Hi guys, welcome to the channel one more time. Today I'm going to do a full service on Avid BB7. This one is the S version. The S version is exactly the same thing as the normal version. The S version is black, the normal version is grey. And one more difference. This version uses organic brake pads, and the other version uses Sinter's. I put Sinter's brake pads on this one because Sinter's brake pads have more bite and more power to it. So, first things first, I'm going to show you the tools that I'm going to use on a full service. The first thing I think you should do is to print the instruction manual. I'm going to give you a link on the video description to download it, print it, and give it a look. You have the torque specs of these two bolts and the torque spec of this nut that you are going to see in the full service. Well, first of all, I'm going to show you the tools that I'm going to use. We need a 5mm hex key, a 2mm, and one small just to help us apply the grease. Well, we need 11 wrench key to help us remove the arm. We are going to need a torque wrench. This is a wrench, and the torque wrench is right here. You guys are going to see it later on the video, sorry. This is not a movie. A set of pliers. This one is to help us remove a piece on the arm, we are going to see, and these pliers to remove the balls, the bearing balls. You will need a hex key to remove this knob, okay? Well, I think this is a very important one. We are going to need some cotton swabs to help us clean the caliper. I'm going to use Part Tool HPG1 grease because this grease can handle high temperatures. 282 Celsius. I think this is important because these calipers using sinter pads can get quite hot. If you use a high grease that can handle high temperatures, the grease will not deteriorate over time. I think it can handle more time without a service. I think you can use Shimano grease or other greases, but on this caliper I use Part Tool HPG1. We will need a high strength thread locker. I'm going to use this one from Part Tool. This is TLR2. And then I'm going to use isopropyl alcohol to clean the caliper. And I'm going to use soapy water to clean the rubber parts on the caliper, because sometimes alcohol on the rubber parts can, how can I say it? It can dry up the rubber part. So I'm going to use just a WD cap and a needle, and you guys to help me apply the thread locker. So one more thing we need is a tire lever. Well, there are many tools, but with these tools we will not damage anything on caliper and will not scratch it, okay? So, first things first, we are going to remove this knob, this plastic knob. On the instructions of SRAM, they use a flat screwdriver, but I'm not going to use a flat screwdriver because I don't want to scratch the arm on the caliper. So, I'm going to put this. Sorry guys, I don't record so many often, so I'm going to try to do the best. Okay, I'm going to lift up this part. Okay. Try to hold with your nail. Now I'm going to remove this part. This part is not easy, but with the tire lever we will not scratch anything. Okay. So this part is removed, okay? Alright, let's put it aside, let's have a good organization here. So I'm going to put this one because it's on the left. So now we are going to remove these rubber boots. Let's put it aside. Okay. Now we are going to remove the brake pads, okay? I removed the adjuster knob, but we are going to adjust the two adjuster knobs far away as possible from the caliper. So this one is okay, and this one is at the maximum points. We don't need the pliers to remove the brake pads. I'm going to show you a trick. Let's put this one to the middle and then push it. As you can see, it's very easy. And now we are going to remove this one to the middle and then push it. Yeah, it's very easy. We don't need pliers to remove the brake pads. Now we have to remove the spring that's inside. To remove the spring, I'm going to use some pliers. I'm going to this way. I'm going to jam it down, and the spring is right here. Guys, I'm going to do the service, but I'm not going to put the brake pads in because I want to clean them, and I'm not going to clean them here for two reasons. This rag is going to be dirty. It can have some contaminant, how can I say it? It might. Sorry. The grease is going to get here, and I'm not going to contaminate my brake pads. Sorry guys, sorry. Okay, we don't need the tire lever. Let's put okay. So now we are going to remove the arm. We are going to use the wrench, 11 millimeters. Okay. We are going to put a rag on the caliper just to help us, and we are going to secure the arm. Okay. Try to hold the arm as best as possible. Okay, this one is loose. For instance, if you guys can't remove this nut, you can put the caliper with the adapter on a vise, and then use a socket wrench, or you can use this wrench. Always try to put the rag. You can put the rag right on the top arm, on the arm, because when you use the wrench, the arm is going up on this direction. If you push it down with the rag, it's going to be easier to remove this nut. Okay? Well, now we can remove the nut by hand. There's the nut, and there's the washer. Okay, now we are going to remove the arm very slowly. And here's the arm and the spring. The spring, I'm going to use the 2 millimeters hex key. I'm going to this as a bolt in here. This is for the tension of the arm, okay? To remove the spring, we have to use the 2 millimeter hex key and back it down to remove the spring, okay? Alright guys, now it's possible to remove the spring. Here's the spring. And here's the arm. I'm going to remove this screw with a 5mm hex key. This is for helping in cleaning the arm. I'm going to put the bolt, and this is for fixing noise. This is for secure the cable that the brake uses. Okay. Wow. The next part we are going to remove. There's another washer here. You can use the pliers to help you remove it. We're going to remove first the rubber, okay? The rubber, and then we can remove the washer with our hands, okay? Okay. Well, now we are going to. You have two bolts here. Attention, these bolts have a different length, okay? Try to. You will see that the screw from this side is bigger than this one. If you look at the caliper, this side is a lot bigger than this one, okay? So we are going to remove it, 5mm hex key. Hold the caliper, we are going to use a rag to secure it, okay? And use this part of the hex key to help us, okay? Whoa, this one is very tight. Use the rag. Okay, this one is loose, and now the top one. Okay, it's loose. Now we can put the rag aside. Okay, remove the bolts. Guys, I'm going to do this slowly as a normal human being, because when you see these oh my god, these videos of some service, they do things so fast, and this not happens in sorry guys. This doesn't happen in real life applications. Going to remove this one. Do not forget that the screws have different length, okay? As you can see, this one is a lot bigger than that one, okay? Okay guys, so now we can disassemble this part. Okay, let's put this part aside. We have this metallic part right here, just to help the caliper secure the brake pads. We are going to put this aside, and now we are going to use our hex key and put this knob. Sorry guys, this screw is like new, man. This is the right side of the screw. Okay. Just a second. I know this is the right side, the right size. Avid T25. This is the right side. I don't know why it's not entering, but we are going to remove it by hand. Now we have to use this tool, man. Guys, just give me a moment. I don't know, this Torx key entered on the other caliper. This is the front caliper, and I did a service on the other caliper, and the hex key just came in perfectly. I don't know why this one is not entering. So I'm going to get another tool. Just give me a moment, sorry. Just 1 minute. Sorry guys, I have to get another tool. This is the Torx key. This is a T25-2. I don't know why this one doesn't get in all the way. Oh, now it's in. Oh my god. I don't understand it, but I'm going to use this one. Torx 25, okay? Just put this knob all the way out until the plastic comes loose. Okay. Use your hands now. Okay, now split the plastic part with this. Okay, put it aside. My hands are dirty. I'm going to use a towel just to clean them. Strange. I used on that bike, on that particular bike, I used the back brake more. I don't know, but this is the front one. It's really dirty compared to the rear, and the rear has a lot of use compared to the front. Well, okay. So we are going to remove the arm from the caliper. Put it aside. Now we have 3 ball bearings inside. Just give me a moment. Okay. Sorry, I was checking if my camera was recording. Sometimes my camera is crazy. So we are going to remove these 3 ball bearings. 1, 2, 3. I used a cheap grease, but I think 4 years have passed. No, 3 years have passed, and I never serviced this caliper. I just wanted to service to see how things were with the caliper, because I don't want to damage it with with corrosion and that kind of stuff. So now we disassembled the caliper, and now it's the cleaning time. Okay, let's begin with this part, because we have to disassemble some things here. So I'm going to pick up a rag and wipe this down. Okay, let's do this. This is the cleaning part. Now we have to remove this part from here. We have to clean it more. Okay. Now we are going to remove this part from here. We can use our nails. It's almost out. almost. I'm going to use the rag to help me. Okay, it's out. Clean this part and this part. As you can see, it's very dirty. I think I used too much grease on the last time. So wait, right here. Okay. Clean it the best as possible. We have to remove this from this part, so with our fingers we are going to rotate this way. Okay, this is the tricky part. This is why we have to use these pliers. I'm going to show you. We are going to secure it and then we are going to rotate it, okay? The max as possible you can, okay? Now with our finger, I'm going to clean this part. With our finger we are going to put it here and then rotate this part, and it should be easy to... Okay, it's almost out and there you have it, okay? We are going to clean these threads right here. Now they are clean. We are going to clean this step by step, okay? I'm going to fix up some space right here. Okay. Let's start with this one, okay? We are going to use this rag. It's a little dirty, but for the first approach, it can get the job done. We can get the job done. Okay. We can clean the ball bearing. No, we can clean it. I'm going to clean it one by one. We are going to inspect the ball bearings to see if they have some wear on them, okay? I think you can see it on camera. This one is perfectly fine. They seem like new. For instance, if you have some problems on the ball bearings, you can always buy another ones. There are many parts that sell that we can buy for these brake pads. I'm going to put just a little bit on as a proper alcohol on the balls. I'm going to clean it again. This one is clean. This one is clean. Sorry, I'm taking a while on the ball bearings because one seems darker than the others. But it's just the color. I don't know why. It's a little bit darker. I'm going to try to clean it the best, but it doesn't have any crack on it, so we can use it. This one is just a little darker. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. I think it will not be possible to focus. It's a little bit darker, but if I press my nail on it, it's perfect. Yeah, it's just a little bit darker. Sorry guys, I'm only seeing the ball if he has some problem. I want the brakes to be working at 100%. Our safety is first. So, okay. This one is good. It has a little discoloration, I don't know why. I don't think it's rust. Well, I could use some polish to polish this bearing, but I think I'm not going to do it. Just clean it with isopropyl alcohol and that, and you're good to go. Oh, it started to disappear. Just give me one moment. Okay, it's right here. Yeah, it was just some kind of dirt. Well, now we have to clean these parts. I'm going to use. I'm going to clean this part with isopropyl alcohol. I'm just going to call it alcohol. We are going to put the clean parts on this side, okay? This part is clean, ball bearings are clean. Now it's this part. Okay. Now this part, just clean the outside, the threads. Try to remove the thread locker. If you don't have thread locker, just try to clean less to keep the thread locker in here. Now we are going to use the cotton swab to clean the inside, okay? I'm going to put some alcohol on it. Okay. I'm going to stick the cotton swab in here. It has a lot of dirt, as you can see. Okay, on this side. I'm going to use another cotton swab because this one is really dirty. Guys, doing this bike maintenance, sometimes things can take a while, okay? I want this service to be perfect because I want my bikes to be perfect, okay? And with the COVID situation, we have plenty of time for that. We have time to learn how to do the things, okay? Okay, this part is clean, put it aside. Well, where should we continue? We are going to clean this one because it's really dirty, okay? Going to put some alcohol in here, alcohol on the rag. Try to clean it best as possible. If you don't have alcohol, use some brake cleaner or some normal alcohol. This is isopropyl alcohol, but you can use the normal one. It's cheaper. Okay, I'm going to use another cotton swab. Put some alcohol on the tip. And try to clean the holes that the balls were in, okay? This part we have to inspect for wear. If you have some little discoloration, this is completely normal, but we don't have any kind of wear on the caliper itself. Okay. Now we are going to clean this part. Another cotton swab. Strange noise. try to clean it the best as possible, okay? Now we are going to clean the outside of the caliper. Put some alcohol on the rag and with your finger just clean it. Okay. Just clean. Yeah. I think it's good. Okay. Well, as you can see, it's all clean now. Let's put it aside. Now, what do we have to clean? We are going to clean these two screws. Just put some alcohol on the rag. Clean the screw threads. This screw. Guys, there is an error in here, I don't know why. In the instructions it says to use high strength thread locker, but they are using the blue one. I don't know why. I'm going to stick with the instructions, and so I'm going to use the red one. If you want to use the blue one, it was very tight in here, so it never came loose. Continue to clean the parts. I'm going to clean the washer. Now I'm going to clean this part. It's clean. The rubber is going to be our last step, okay? I have to put some more alcohol on the rag. Guys, I could be quicker, but I want the caliper to look like new, okay? If you later want to see my bikes, I can do a video about them, okay? Just ask on the comments down below. Well, I'm going to clean this part. Let's clean this screw. Okay, this part. Now we are going to clean the arm. Going to use a cotton swab to clean it, on the insides, and on this part that the rubber boot was in. As you can see, it's dirty. The arm. Just some finishing touches. I'm going to check the camera again. Yeah, it's recording. Now we are going to clean this part, the pad retainer. I'm going to use a cotton swab to clean it. alcohol on the tip. This is very strange. I don't know why the front caliper is so dirty compared to the rear one. Well, this part is clean, just give it a little wipe. Okay, this from last. Now the plastic part, I'm going to put some alcohol on the rag. Okay, it's clean. Now, only these two parts need to be clean. Okay, we are going to start with this one, clean the threads and this part, okay. Clean the threads. Okay, this one is clean. We have some marks in here, but it's completely perfect. Completely normal. Just give it a good wipe and it's good to go. Going to check if the camera is recording one more time. Yeah, it's recording. Now I'm going to clean the last part. Just put some more alcohol on the rag and clean it. Clean the threads. Okay. If you want to be a perfectionist like me, put a little more on the tip and clean these parts with the cotton swab. As you can see, it's very dirty. With the rag we can't clean all the dirt, but with the cotton swab we can. This is, I think it's brake dust from the pads. And dirt from the road, from the places I was exploring with my bike. So, put that aside. Well, now we have a completely clean brake caliper. Now we are going to clean. These parts are made of rubber, so we are going to use some soapy water and a cotton swab. We are going to put some soapy water on the tip. Then we are going to put it inside, rotate it just a little bit. They are not too dirty. If they are cracked, please buy some new ones. Guys, I'm going to clean my hands because they are very dirty. This is just those baby wipes, just to help my hands to be clean. And it's very important when we are assembling it that we have our hands clean, because we don't want any contaminants on the caliper itself, because we can't contaminate our brake pads, okay? Okay, I think they are all better now. I'm going to continue the cleaning process. Be gentle with this rubber part, because they can crack. As you can see, this one is dirty because this one is near on the arm and there's a lot of movement. Okay, it's clean. This one is clean. Going to use, this is alcohol, soapy water. Okay. There are many uses and many applications we can use soapy water. One of them is to put tires. If you want to see a video of that, just put it on the comments and I will teach you how to put a tire with soapy water. Soapy water can really help us to put a tire. And I have some other tricks to put difficult tires on the rims. Okay. Now, we are going to, we have some parts that need lubrication. It's this one, this one, this one, and this one. I think I'm not forgetting any part. We are going to need the ball bearings. Okay. Now, we are going to open the grease and we are going to use the small hex key to apply it, okay? So, first of all, we are going to apply grease on this thread, okay? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's just to, it's to the, this part, this grease is going to, these threads that are going to help us adjust the knob near the arm. It's going to be easier, okay? Okay. Now with our fingers, just try to spread the grease. Okay. I'm spreading it. You don't need much because when we are going to put this part on this one, the grease is going to spread. Okay. So we are going to put this in. I'm going to clean my finger, just not put grease on this. Now I'm going to rotate it with our finger right here. Try to rotate it the max as possible with our finger. Okay. Okay, almost in. Okay. Now with our pliers, we are going to rotate it. Until I'm going to use the other pliers because the tip, it has a little more, they are bigger. Yeah. It's almost out, as you can see. It's just to grab this part. Yeah. Okay. This part is done. Now we are going to grease this part. It has a ball bearing here, okay? Use the hex key. Going to check again if my phone is recording. Yeah, it's recording. Okay guys, let's put some grease in here. Try to rotate the ball bearing in the hex key. It's rotating right. Okay. Okay, it's enough. It doesn't need too much. If we put a lot of grease on this kind of brakes, it can contaminate the brake pad, so less, I think it's better, okay? Okay, now we are going to stick this part in. It's in. Rotate it a little bit, just to spread the grease, okay? Okay guys, now we have to put grease in these 3 holes that the ball bearings are going to be in. So, a little more of grease. Just try to fill them up, okay? Do not use too much. Okay. I hope you can see it on camera. Sorry one more time if the angle of the video is not great. Sorry. Okay guys, I think it's good. Just a little more in here. Try not to put grease on this side. Just put on the holes, okay? I'm going to use the cotton swab just to clean the excess of grease. Okay. Going to use this one, okay? Just clean the excess on this groove, okay? Alright. We have a little grease on the arm, I'm going to clean it. And with a little more further inspection, we need just a little more in here, just a little more in here. Okay, it's perfect. It's perfect, just a little. I'm going to put the cotton swab in here again, just to clean the excess. Okay. Okay, now I think it's great. Okay. Let's put it aside, and the next part that needs lubrication is right here. I'm going to use the X key. Guys, just put a little bit just to grease the threads, okay? Just a little bit. You can put a dab in here like this, and then spread it with your finger, okay? Like this. And it's enough. This part doesn't need too much, okay? Okay guys, now we are going to clean our finger. And we are going to inspect if grease came out of this part, okay? No grease, no grease, and no grease, okay? Now we are going to thread this part in. I'm going to check again if my phone is recording. It's recording, okay? Thread this in with our hands only. Your fingers only, sorry. Put the plastic part, and now we are going to screw this in until we can see this part gets level with the caliper, okay? Thread it in. Okay, now we can put some pressure on the plastic part. Okay, rotate it backwards when it says out until you can't rotate it more. Okay, it's done. This part is done. Check if some grease, if you have some spill of grease or not. We don't have any spill, but just to make sure, I'm going to put a little alcohol in here just to clean it. Okay. This part is lubrication too. Okay. Okay guys, it seems we are achieving great stuff here. Okay, now you are going to put some grease on this part of the caliper, the 3 holes. It's the same thing as in here. Just try to fill the holes, nothing more, okay? I hope you can see it. Just fill the holes with grease. We don't need too much. As you can see, I'm not using too much. Guys, in the comments, I want to know what kind of grease do you use when servicing this kind of brakes. Okay? I want to see what kind of greases that you use. I'm curious. Okay, just one missing. One missing, no. One left. Lefting, no. Oh my god, my English. Just one missing, yeah. Okay. Almost. Just a little more. Fill the holes. Alright. Okay. Now we are going to put the ball bearings inside the holes, okay? 1. Guys, I had a problem with these brakes. I bought them on an online store. They were genuine Avid brakes, and sometimes if you buy a brake of this model and the arm locks when you brake, sometimes a ball bearing is missing. Sorry guys, my phone stopped recording. I'm going to change the music. Okay. I was telling that I bought some genuine Avid brakes, and the arm, when I applied some force on the brake, the arm just locks. And sometimes when I disassembled that one, a ball bearing was missing. And sometimes if you have arm locking issues, it can be that the grease is dry, or there is a ball bearing missing. When they are new, you can notice the problem right away. So, the next part. We are going to mount the arm, okay? We are going to stick this in here. Try to align the holes with the ball bearings. Okay. Right, it's in. Okay, now I'm going to clean my hands. We don't need more grease, so we can close the cap. Alright guys, we are almost finished with this caliper. Okay, now I'm going to clean this. I'm going to check if everything is okay in there. Okay, it's okay. Okay guys, I'm going to clean this again, just to make sure that any grease is in here. Okay guys, now we are going to put the rubber boot. No, sorry, I have a trick right here. I have a trick to help us. Okay. I totally forgot the name in this English. Just give me a moment. I'm going to see it. Sorry. Spring. Okay. The spring has a longer arm. This longer arm stays away from the caliper. Okay. So we are going to stick this part on the hole on the rubber. Okay, it's in. Now we have a hole on the caliper. We are going to try to align them. Okay, put the rubber in place. Okay, it's done. Now we are going to put the washer. Okay. And now the next part is the arm. You have a hole here just to put the spring. Okay. Try to put. Okay, it's in. Just a little force and hold this with our finger. Okay. We are going to put this washer. I think Avid calls it the retainer washer. Okay. Try to get it in. Oh, sorry, we forgot one thing. I totally forgot to remove the arm. Sorry. We have to apply some thread locking in here, guys. I'm sorry, I totally forgot. We don't need too much because this thread locker is very strong. Okay, I'm going to use a needle to apply it. I'm going to put a little bit on the WD-40 cap. And yes, we can use the WD-40 for everything, even the cap. Going to close it. And now with our needle, we are going to put some thread locker in here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit on the threads. We don't need much. Okay. Sorry, this was an error. Put the washer and then align the spring with the rubber on the caliper hole. Okay, it's in. Put the washer. Put the rubber boot in place. Sorry, the spring just came out of the hole. I'm going to put it again. We have to have plenty of patience to do this. Okay. Now I think it's in. Okay, it's in, guys. Now we are going to put the arm. Don't forget, align the spring with the hole. Sorry guys, I'm removing because never mind. Put the spring in the hole again. Align the caliper. Okay, let's put it in the hole. I'm just trying to understand why it's not getting in. I don't know why. Sorry guys. could edit this part of the video, but I'm not going to do it. This is a live service, real life application, so I'm not going to erase my mistakes. I put some thread locker on my hands, but that's no problem. Going to put a little more, sorry guys, a little more thread locker on the threads. Okay, it's done. Sorry. Okay. Now we are going to put the spring on the whole of the rubber part. It's in. Okay. Now we are going to do this. Alright, it's in. Okay. And now we are going to put the arm. Forgot the washer. Now we are going to put the arm. Alright guys, the arm is in. Put the washer. Now we're going to put the nuts. Sorry for the... Alright guys. Now with our 11 wrench key we're going to tighten it just a little bit. We're going to tighten it. We don't need. Okay, guys, we have a situation here. On the manual it says it needs 6.3 to 6.9, 6.7 Newton meters. You can do it by hand, just by hand now with this wrench. It's alright. I'm not going to use the torque wrench in here because I need to put the caliper on a vise and then screw it in because I have a strange torque wrench and I can't do it by hand. This is my torque wrench. I need to use this socket and then an adapter and then the 11 size and then torque it, but I'm not going to do this on video, so anything we can put this on a vise with the adapter and then clacker down, or you can just use the 11 wrench and torque it. We don't need too much force on the arm, just put it, screw it in, and that's enough, okay? Alright guys, next part, just we are going to put the plastic adjuster now, okay? Try to align it and then push it down, okay? And the arm is done, okay? See if it moves. Yeah, it moves. Don't forget, we have this part this is to calibrate the force that the arm retracts when we apply the brakes, okay? I put it on the highest setting as possible, just use the 2mm hex key and screw it in, okay? Guys, and now we are going to put the last part on the arm. Align this. This is just to to clamp the cable, the brake cable. Okay, it's in. Okay, clean it with a rag inside, just to remove any dirt, any grease. And now we are going to put the pads. I think it's a pad. It's just to align the pads with the caliper. Okay, put it, and then we are going to align this part of the caliper with the holes. Okay, guys, don't forget we have a screw that is bigger than the other. Okay, I'm going to give you a tip, just a quick tip. The bigger screw, it's near this part of the caliper, okay? I'm going to put this right here. You have to apply the thread locker to the threads of the bolt. Okay, this is I'm going to show you the right method to use high thread locker. Okay, just put on the last 3 curves of the threads. Okay, and that's enough. This is enough for a bolt. Okay, I put a little more on this one because it's bigger. Oh man, I love the smell of Park Tool thread locker. It smells like strawberries. Okay, let's align this again. Alright guys, I'm going to put the long screw first. Remember, long screw with this part, okay? Try to align the bolts. Okay, this one is in. I'm going to thread it a little bit. Do not thread it all the way in, okay? And now, for this bolt, we have to move the caliper arm so we have access to this hole, okay? I'm going to use a rag, just not to scratch the arm, okay? And try to put the bolt in. It's in. And now we are going to bolt it in with our X key. And it's almost in. Alright, it's in. Check if this part is all the way in the caliper. Okay, we can torque it down. Alright guys, on the manual it says 8.5 to 10.1 Newton meters. I'm going to check it again. Yeah. Torques bolts to 8.5 to 10.1 Newton meters. Okay guys. I'm not going to put 8.5 Newton meters because I think it's too much. I'm going to put 7 Newton meters and that's enough. I'm going to set it on my torque wrench. I'm going to put this way, just to show you guys my torque wrench. Okay. I'm going to set it. As you can see, it's 7 Newton meters. Okay. This is going to do a little noise. Okay. It's set to 7 Newton meters. I'm going to put the adapter in, and this is a 5 hex key. I'm going to start with this bolt, and now I'm going to torque it in, okay? I'm going to show you guys how this torque key works, okay? As you can see, I'm tightening it. I'm going to tighten to 7 Newton meters. I'm going to rotate it to you guys. Okay, 7 Newton meters, and this tool just marks the maximum Newton meters that I used on the bolt. Okay, 7.1, 7 is almost the same thing. And now let's go to the other bolt. We are going to put our rag on the arm. This is just not to scratch the arm, okay? Alright guys. This time I'm not going to show you on camera directly. Okay, this one is done and the other one is done. I'm going to check it again just to see it's the torque readings are correct. Guys, if you need any of the tools, I can put a link on the description of any of the tools. Just ask it and I will put it, okay? I'm going to check the torque again just to make sure. Okay, use the rag on the arm, turn it again, and now, okay, let's do it again. Okay, this one is done. Alright guys. Last part, just put the rubber boots. Yeah, rubber boots in. And the service is done. Guys, I'm not going to put the brake pads because I'm going to clean them first. Guys, if you want some videos how to service forks, how to service hydraulic disc brakes, how to bleed them, how to adjust them. If you need some videos how to adjust shifts, I can make some videos. Just put it on the comments, say Cobretti, we need a video like this. If you want some tips to do, like put some tires, how to adjust anything on a bike, just put it on the comments and I'll make a video. I know there are some companies that make a lot of good videos, but I never saw any company do a service like this in real time. I don't edit my videos, I just do them. I just start to talk. I know I talk a lot, but I think this is the proper way to do a video. If you have some tips how to to help me make videos, just say it, put it on the comments, and I will try to do my best, and I will improve my English, guys. I will improve it. My English is not bad. When I'm thinking, the English just came out naturally. Well, guys, see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye.